Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and you can purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. And today we are discussing my all-time favorite Omega Seamaster Aqua Terra, launched back at Baselworld 2010. This is the Omega Seamaster Aqua Terra annual calendar, blue teak deck dial, 38.5mm stainless steel case, full steel bracelet, an easy watch to wear on my 16cm circumference wrist. You can see 38.5 is a perfect size for a sports watch. 14.6mm thick because of the complication and the coaxial system. It's still not so thick that it wouldn't easily slip underneath most shirt cuffs and all jacket cuffs. Lug-to-lug, the watch is nicely constrained, 45.5mm case only. If you include the end links of the bracelet, you can see that it only spans 47.6mm across the wrist, so very nicely sized for a wrist as small as 13.5cm circumference. The spacing between the lugs is 19mm. The timepiece equipped with a handsome bracelet, 3-link, polished center, staggered alignment, staggered size. You can see there's a little bit of a differential in the design of the individual links, and a staggered alignment breaks up the mass of metal. The handsome center links do manage to expand the bracelet laterally, so it sits wide across the wrist. It has an evident width rather than lengthwise aspect. Now, you can also appreciate the fact that no corners were cut. All sizable links are fixed by screws, and you can see there are half links built into the bracelet to help precise sizing. You have a sequential double folding clasp. You have a twin trigger release system, fully finished internally, all of high polish. It's nicely executed. I call it sequential because one side closes before the other. Now you can see underneath there are big gaps between the links to avoid pinching skin, pulling hair, or trapping wrist heat. That's a nice feature to have on a dedicated sports watch. And it is a fairly dedicated sports watch, 150 meters water resistant with screw down crown. It's the Surf and Turf Seamaster, that is to say it's not one of the rotating bezel models, and you can see the case band is familiar to anyone who's worn an Omega sports watch made since the mid-60s. But the timepiece is nicely sized despite its immense water resistance. This is a watch that is equally happy above the waves. Now the dial itself, framed by a conical and polished bezel, has a handsome vertical striation known as teak deck. This is something that Omega introduced late in the 2000s, designed to evoke the teak deck panels of a yacht, and presumably one would wear one's Omega Seamaster Aqua Terra on the deck of a yacht. You have a sunken track outboard for the seconds and minutes. You have a broad arrow style minutes hand. The timepiece features a slight metallic blue tinge to the dial, applique Omega logo and marquee. It's a high grade dial, no doubt. Monotone disc for the month as well as the date. This is an annual calendar, so in addition to the stop seconds function, the watch has the ability to navigate the transition from irregular length months to the succeeding month every month of the year except for the transition from February to March. So 30 days has April. We're going to advance through midnight, and if this were a conventional simple calendar, it would advance to April 31st, an imaginary day. Instead, it correctly jumps straight to May. So whereas a conventional calendar needs to be updated 5 times per year, an annual calendar need be updated only once per year annually. All of the indices are applique for a high-grade appearance. The crown features a combination of polished and blasted surfaces. The case flanked with the lyre-style lugs, nicely beveled and polished at its edges. On its flanks, satin finished longitudinal. Let's pop the clasp open one more time and take a look at what lies within. And what lies within is the Omega coaxial chronometer, caliber 8601. This movement bowed in the Hour Vision annual calendar in 2008. It includes all of the toys. Free sprung with a full balance for shock resistance, SI14 silicone hairspring for anti-magnetism. It has in-house shock protection, in-house lubrication. Everything is made inside the Swatch Group. So highly anti-magnetic and shock resistant. It's a bi-directional winder with a 60-hour power reserve, courtesy of twin mainspring barrels, which not only give you a longer power reserve, but they help to even out the torque and prevent the loss of amplitude as the power reserve ebbs. It also prevents the system from running too quickly when the power reserve is fully topped off. That's what twin mainspring barrels do for you. Now you have that stop seconds, you have the annual calendar functionality, you have a coaxial escapement tri-level, the most sophisticated that Omega has, as designed by George Daniels and industrialized and serialized by Omega. It is both tough and precise, and it cuts down on long-term maintenance requirements. That's the reason why Omega now offers 5-year warranties on all of its watches. This technology is rock solid. valid, time-tested, and basically infallible, as much as any modern mechanical movement can be infallible. These are as accurate and precise and reliable as Rolex. All of this water resistant down to 150 meters. It beats away at a quirky 25,200 vibrations per hour. It is a COSC certified Swiss chronometer. And you get to enjoy the spiral arabesque Côte de Genève in blackened rather than polished or blued screws over the majority of this 39 jewel movement. This is my favorite Aqua Terra, and it's not even close. If it's yours, you can see it and make it yours on the watch box. The Aqua Terra annual calendar by night. Note the fully loomed seconds hand, and I should add that the watch features a quick set function for both the month and the date.